Hey guys, name's Pablo. Let's play some games. In case you couldn't tell, I'm exactly where I left off last time because I'm doing 2 videos because I'm like that. Natsuki! I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Hey Natsuki! How's it going? Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. That's the whole point of sharing in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Now, that was kind of cute of me, though. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. Huh? You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Wait, can I just click anywhere? Yes, I can. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. And you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Tsundere. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Is there a... Okay, that nice poem. Yeah. She's so bad. Oh, I think 8th grader me could have done this. 8-year-old me could have done this. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Nice save me. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, a voice crack. Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. No, I don't. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went in than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. These guys are... Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I think you want to care how old someone is. Who I show my poem to now? Well, Yuri, I guess. Yeah. I don't care about Sayori, and I already know Monica's gonna be coming up soon, so... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. No, it's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in a new writer is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both of the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even for a single poem. Hey, hold up. I'm gonna go into blitz reading mode, okay? I normally don't do this because it messes with me. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes down to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. That's because I chose for my writing thing. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and processes behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be literature club? Well, it's because of me. Oh crap, a ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I have no clue what that means. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? That's good handwriting. I just can't read good handwriting. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, you right. That was my voice. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem, even though it's short and was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. I'm gonna real quickly, like, where's the thing for text speed? Fast, very fast. Yes, that's the. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dark. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or just paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. So, well, that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you like that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Can I stop talking now? No. Sayori. Monica, you're last, because you're gonna kill my friends. This is a good poem, Dark. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Wow, that's some low standards you got there. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Dark. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only real good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm a jerk, by the way. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be, my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Finally, handwriting I can read. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes? Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I think this is directed to me. Just by the way, because like I wake her up in the morning and stuff. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. This is deserved, by the way. I still tried my best. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. You're really? I'm a jerk. Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Power face. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Well, hey, Monica. Oh my god.
Hey, dog. Having a good time so far.
Oh, yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. That's a fair point.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Oh, there's something dark. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, dark.
Really?
It's a lot truer than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would
That was regular voice.
And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment.
You weren't an option, and I'm kind of glad you weren't.
If you say so.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
That sounds familiar. Eh? Maybe a long time ago?
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories with just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would only apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems.
I can't tell if you're dissing your friend, your club mate, or if you're praising them. Because Natsuki hates you, and you're kind of being mean to Natsuki too, so kind of even.
They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most.
I hate you.
So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Don't worry, I'm not very good. You're the leader. You better be very good. You sound pretty confident for somebody who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, at least let's read it then. This handwriting is almost identical to one of theirs. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction. Oh wow, that moves a lot. The direction the spackle protrudes. Oh gosh. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Yeah, let's go down here. Always scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Well, that's deep. That's actually good. I think.
So what do you think?
I don't know a lot about literature, but it sounded pretty deep. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
I hope it was. What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later.
That's actually valid.
Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh gosh. Phew. Oh gosh. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles softly. What's with this language? What's with this language? Eh? Oh, what's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one. Was there something on there? I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Dark did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I do not expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Dark liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dark appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Yes! Carnage-ness isn't even carnage, but it's at least something. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oof. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dark started showing up. Huh? Oh, no, that's Natsuki. Wait. Why is your mouth open and why is your mouth closed? You're talking. Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little...
How do I do multiple voice? Oh, this doesn't involve you. There you go. You get that. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Dark. She's been trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Dark. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning that most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it also a waste. You understand that, right, Dark? Oh, I wasn't even doing my voice that time. Well, that's what I'm gonna do now. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Of course, that's gonna be Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain for an attempt to back myself. I think that conveying your feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It leads the reader's imagination to take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Ahaha. Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Ah, Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I couldn't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki did not mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey. It's not like you need to apologize for me, Dark. Shit. Oh, I can't. Shush. There you go. Natsuki takes a pretty deep breath. Oh, wait, I did Yuri sheesh. Yeah, Natsuki was sheeshing. The thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Nice. That was a clap.
Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Doug. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to.
So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere?
No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we'll do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you could take this chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what this club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, guess it's been worth it so far.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Dark, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same.
It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. I couldn't even do speed mode because the voice changing messed me up. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. Oh, that's Monica.
So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, there's a song in there. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes, and with any luck, that means that I can at least do a better job at pressing those that I want to impress. See? I can talk fast. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Dark, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say that I'm not enjoying it either.
Sayori? About what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki.
Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. That's it. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Dark, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is gonna be so much fun.
I bet they do like me.
It looks like Sayori is still has to con onto the kind of situation I'm in. I can't read that. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
I'm looking for some romance in here.
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay?
Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna stop this here. Safe. Here. Okay. That's thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment. Please help with my sanity by leaving a like, and I hope you have a great day.